If there's one thing the internet hates, then it's being wrong and admitting it. However, I think there's one case where every one of us is probably happy being completely wrong, and it's predicting Nintendo. Normally we just assume they're going the safe, boring or whatever way, and the same happened with Kirby's Anniversary. Well, Kirby's Anniversary was actually quite good so far, with a major title being released and a concert soon. We cannot complain, but we are all hoping for a small icing on the cake, and it seems like this icing is going to be Kirby's Dream Buffet. Still feels so weird to call this game like that. I just want to take a moment to emphasize how stupid and funny this name is at the same time. Initially I thought it was supposed to be like a cooking book or art book or just merchandise in general, but then I saw a YouTube trailer and was like, huh. First of all, I want to highlight how happy I am that Dream Buffet is not an expansion of an already existing minigame from the 3DS days or Forgotten Land. They could have easily just added some more treasure roads, but this spin-off is completely original, even though it shares some minor similarities from past titles. On top of that, it just looks very polished, with a lot of cute animations, facial expressions and charming details, like enemies who are adjusted to the delicious setting. All of it just gives off the perfect, carefree Kirby atmosphere we love to see, which is also true to the soundtrack. Assuming this is the main theme in the trailer, I don't know why, but I already love the music even more than Forgotten Land's main theme, and it somehow reminds me of something, even though I cannot put my finger on it. The most important thing to me, however, is the fact that it's a multiplayer title. I think I said it in a live stream before, but I was always very adamant about a functioning, entertaining multiplayer title, which keeps the franchise in discussion. The Forgotten Land was absolutely a successful hit and certainly helped the series a lot, but people tend to forget about single-player experiences rather quickly, since there isn't much to talk about when everyone has completed the game. Games like Mario Party, Splatoon, Smash Bros or Mario Kart are always in people's mind due to their never-ending gameplay loop, and it's actually extremely strange Kirby never dipped his non-existing toes into that territory regarding how adventurous the franchise tends to be. But we cannot put Dream Buffet on the same level. It is once again a simple eShop only release with presumably only 4 level and small bonus stages at the end where the winner is decided. Of course, it's impossible to be 100% sure, but if this is true, we have to see how willing people are to play it. I think Nintendo didn't even state if this game will be free like Super Clash or cost a small price like Fighters 2, but whatever they will do, let's hope it will not die in irrelevancy. Fighters 2 was a more than solid game for its price and had quite some stuff packed into it, but people just did not care for that game despite the little community who's still playing it. One difference, however, might be the genre, since a quote fighting game is much less customer friendly, let me say. Dream Buffet just gives off the easy to understand beginner friendly vibes of a Mario Kart, which will hopefully play into its cards. So far we have seen 4 level and like 2 fighting stages, which could be everything to the game. Again, it's dangerous to assume there's more. I hope there's more, but at least the stages look visually very pleasing and diverse. Sometimes there are like even multiple paths you can take, and hopefully the actual gameplay will be as chaotic as it looks. One thing we have to talk about is the online aspect. It's not stated clearly in the trailer, but the website at least states how you need the Nintendo Online membership, so we can assume it will have an online mode. Otherwise this game is pretty much dead on day one. And if you have played the few Kirby games which supported online functionality, you probably know how mediocre they can run. Fighters 2 was fine, I think, but suffered from limited options, and all the other games just straight disconnected often or lagged like hell, at least in my experience. Luckily there are not complicated options or rules to be set in Dream Buffet, and if the game runs fairly decent, there might be a chance it will live for a couple of months. An easy way to keep players' interest would be simply adding a ranking or some kind of online high score. It's neither complicated to develop nor to implement, and is the most straightforward way to simply let people compete against each other. Of course, there's still the possibility to add additional level or playable characters with updates, but going by how they treated the other spin-offs, I wouldn't bet my horse on it. Wouldn't bet my horse on it. Do people say something like that? Oh, the script is ending here for whatever reason, so let's sum up my initial thoughts. While many of us surely wanted something like a second Dream collection, I would take something fresh and new at any day, especially since this is a mere bonus to already amazing Kirby here. I have some concerns about stuff which are linked to this spin-off, but I will address them in a separate video. This should be more of an initial impression and discussion of the trailer. But what do you think about this game? Did you wish for something else, or is this a pleasant surprise? The more I think about that name, the more I'm sure it's probably the greatest title to any Kirby game ever. Sucks if the script just ends all of a sudden and there's no proper closing sentence. Dream Buffet. Dream Buffet. Oh, I could say that all day.